It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They motion Lazard over right. They start the drive with Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Complete to Braylon Allen. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Airing it out to start this drive. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's a bootleg for him. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up Right back to Pollard. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and 4 coming up now. They've got a man in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Jets football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw Fields. This is reeled in by Wilson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice return there, 15 yards gain. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They give to Pollard from the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Second and 10 now. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL. 2nd and 3 now.
They'll send him over right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
This one finds Taylor. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Sent down by Cody Barton. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Here's Fields to throw. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. It's a New York touchdown! The Jets can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 24 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. A tight end in motion now. They run the counter to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first, with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Pass play now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Dre Jones. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A pistol snap. Fields. Completed to Reynolds. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hall running between the tackles. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Fields on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's Fields. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Fields on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fields this one at the 3. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. Completed to Pollard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Titans hoping to break this tie before the half. Second and 3 now. From the 37. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 from the 41. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Okay, this is going to raise some eyebrows. Surprised he didn't let this one hit down. He fair catches at the 4. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Jets are starting deep from their own territory here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. Jukes one defender, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved Maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Finding Reynolds. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. Working inside the red zone. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take the lead just before halftime. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown! Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. That throw finds Okonkwo.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes the Heffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb, and quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Jets tie things up at 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Starting from the 5. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
3rd and long for him here. Out left, and Lockett makes the grab. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Sending a receiver left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught by Pollard. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And this one touchdown inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Toss play, this is Hall. Dukes out a one-stop. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent down by Cody Barton. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Caught by Lazard. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Fields looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fields coming back after the pick. Catch made by Allen. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Has a lane past the 45. Works the sideline inside the 35. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets put 6 on their side as they reach the end zone. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take the lead on that successful kick. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Chooses to bring this one out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
Now it's Pollard. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Again, a run with Pollard. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Here we go. Right side clock. Extend. West right there. Hey, 10.
Now it's Fields. Completed to Reynolds. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A toss right side to Hall. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's to the sideline and caught by Lazard. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Hall takes it straight ahead. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Fields to throw it. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Is in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Jets grow their lead to 8. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this out to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. So that brings up 2nd down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They're throwing it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here he is on 3rd and long. He completes it in traffic. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He connects downfield on 4th. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans down by only 2 in the 4th. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here we go. The Titans setting up for a big 2-point attempt. He's throwing for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that two-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for two when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No look. Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. They did it! He made the interception! And he takes this one back for the pick six! Late in the game, Brock the lead, and if this holds, the win are theirs off the biggest play we've seen all game defensively.
Kate, by this point in the game, you're spent physically, but as defenders, you've got to be at your sharpest mentally. Get caught off guard, and this game could be over. Catch them off guard, and all of a sudden now you're defending a lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans jump in front now by 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick six. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finding Reynolds. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now they send their back in motion right. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. Second and 3. This finds Smith. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They bring Wilson in motion right. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They give on 2nd to Hall. Broke through the tackle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a fourth-quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot. But on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And, yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Huge moment here for the Jets as they go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. And they pick him off again. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returnable from the 2. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. Gets it to him on the screen. He breaks the tackle. And he's tackled for no gain.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Looking to throw. And he's tackled for a short gain. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Jets lead by only 2. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And they'll down this one just beyond the midfield stripe. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Handoff running right, Pollard. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw it. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now, hang on. They want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. That one splits the uprights. And the Titans jump in front now by 5. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. Trying to break a return. Oh no, he lost the football! And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing the lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. On target to his man Taylor. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now. Setting up to pass. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. Completed to Reynolds. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go, son.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He's on the move. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. He's at midfield. 30. The 10. And the Titans make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okey, okey. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that okey any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept them in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
It's 2nd and goal. Pollard will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us?
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and then you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.